Hey, this is Nate Kemp. I am the Technical Development Coordinator for Biopesticides and Adjuvants in North America. And I'm here on the farm with Dan Luepkes. And Dan had some pretty positive results, and we're pretty excited about what you saw with PREV-AM this year on white mold. We're hoping that maybe you could share your experiences with us a little bit, Dan.
Yeah, I've had a past experiences with white mold. I've had some horrific yield reductions in certain fields. I've really struggled with it on a couple different farms over the last 5 years, probably. Haven't got a lot of things to work for me, or hardly work at all. And I've tried quite a few different biologicals, different things, just trying to keep an air down through the row, all the things they talk about, like Cobra, those different type of things. Tried about it all, and with little success, even with all the fungicides out on the market. My problem was bad enough that I couldn't really control it. So I was at an informational meeting this last winter and learned about this product. And I was like, well, it's interesting. I had a guy there a farmer telling me it actually worked, but I was doubtful, because I haven't had hardly anything work with white mold. But anyway, we got some in. I had a little here, and I got the problem out in the field. I was scouting, I had the problem, and I thought, well, now's the time to try it. Sure. So I called my rep. We got a ounce rate per acre, and we went up a pretty good rate. We went around 12 ounces per acre, and we went out and we hit it with around 25 gallons per acre. And this was a field that I had it was coming in hard. I was already killing plants. Went out, we sprayed it, came back 2-3 days. Didn't look like too much had happened yet. My rep told me wait a little bit. About 5 to 7 days, I went back in there, and by golly, it was working. It was killing the white mold. The white mold was actually just, instead of being, it looks kind of like a cotton ball, kind of strewn up and down a stem. Yeah. It was drying up and killing it. And I couldn't find any new infestations. And I was like, dang, this stuff's actually going to work. Yep. And it surprised me. Honestly, it surprised me. So I started getting a little bit more information on it, figuring out how it worked. And I believe it's going to be part of our program now in our soybeans. It's not real cost prohibitive. In fact, cheaper than anything else in the market to address white mold that I can think of. So I had really good luck with it. We're going to bring it into our production on most of our bean acres, I believe, any place I have white mold issues. The only thing I don't quite understand is exactly how it works, and I'd like you to fill us in on that.
It is an EPA registered pesticide with borax, actually, is the active ingredient. And quite simply, it strips the waxes off the white mold. So the white cotton candy you talk about, it strips the waxes off, and it just dries it up.
And also, as a surfactant,
it does.
If you're putting it in with something else, with a fungicide or something else, it is going to also act as a surfactant, wouldn't it? As far as helping the fungicides get in, or weed killer, or anything, wouldn't it help?
Correct. It's an adjuvant
for that.
Yeah, it actually says it contains a full amount of NIS.
So here's a product that could be your surfactant, adjuvant, miticide.
It killed very good on spider mites.
Spider mites, and do something with your white mold problem at a pretty reasonable cost. So it's hard to find anything wrong with this product. It just seems to work. So, it's going to get, I would recommend it's going to get used on my farm.
That's awesome. I'm very glad to hear that. So you were talking about you had a field that was treated and a field that was untreated. And obviously it's really hard when you have a whole field to figure out what kind of bushels you gained or didn't gain. But can you tell us a little bit about your experiences between the two fields? Oh,
for sure. So on the field we were talking about where it treated with it basically stopped it, Okay. And you could tell in there it was going to get really bad.
Sure.
There was one real small field. It was only around 10, 11 acres. I didn't scout it properly. I should have. But I just didn't think I was going to have much of a problem in that field. When I did, I could see by the drive-by, I started seeing dead plants, So I went out in there, and it was like it always is. It's usually worse when you get out in it.
Yep.
We did go out and spray that field then, but it was really too late. The plants were already dying and dead, you know. So I didn't hit that properly. And we did have a yield reduction in that field of probably around 25 bushel to the acre, where the other field, I would say that we got done on time. If we lost a couple bushel, I'd be surprised it was past that. I mean, we lost a little, I'm sure, but not bad. We saved that field.
Okay, yeah. And that's what we want. I mean, we want to come out and partner with people like you, Dan, and try to provide solutions that are cost effective and safe for the crop and make sense. And of course, it's a very, very sustainable product being made from natural ingredients like oranges.
Yeah.
We use it in high value crops.
Yeah, you're going to
it's
keep
a very safe product.
You got to keep everybody happy, even though the organic. I suppose is it?
Yep.
Is it? That's not organic because of the
borax,
because
right?
of the borax.
Right. Yeah, it is not OMRI certified. We are working on an OMRI certified formulation.
Okay.
So that's all in a registration process.
But
Yeah.
probably will.
Sure.
Stay tuned, I guess.
Stay tuned. Yeah, we
good.
have a whole list of organic products.
Good.
So if there's anybody out there that's interested in organics, we have a whole list of products that would fit that bill. And a lot of exciting things happening with our company, Dan. A lot of new products, and we're going to be launching probably a new biopesticide product about every year for several years. So I'd love to have you look at some of them with us.
Well, as you mentioned, your company believes in a lot of research, and
They do.
And
They really do.
try to follow through to make sure that they've got a good product.
They really do. Yeah, we spend a lot of resources, a lot just on a percentage basis. A lot of resources from a company the size of ours goes back into basic research. So it's pretty exciting to be able to work with that. A lot of fun. It's a fun company.
Well, I'm only a year into experience with this company, but it looks like they know what they're doing and they got some good products. So take a look. That's the best thing I can do. Try a little on your farm. It worked for me.
That's awesome. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it.
You bet.